All right, friends. So for figurative language practice, like I know we've already gone over it before, but we haven't done these worksheets specifically. And so consider this more of a review. If you've never learned this, today's a great day to, no stress whatsoever. And so once again, on these type of worksheets, we always want to come up here to this square with a T in it, and that lets us click and drag our text box. So you can click and drag, and then I can type in my name. And then let's say you're tired of drawing text boxes. You're like, I love you, Miss Bond, but this is not a thing. If you click on a text box like that, if you get it to where it has the 4 arrows and click, you can do Command C for copy, Command V for Vaughn for paste. And then you can just copy paste that and then retype whatever you want here. And you can keep doing that so you don't have to keep drawing them over and over. I know that can get annoying. So the first thing we have is a simile. And we know that a simile is when a writer compares things using the words like or as. So we ran like the wind, or she was as gentle as a baby. We're still comparing things. If I said, I like McDonald's chicken nuggets, that is not a simile because I'm not comparing myself to a chicken nugget. I'm just saying I enjoy a good McDonald's chicken nugget, which I do, by the way. So make sure it's comparing something, and you're going to try and you're going to write 2 similes, one using like and one using as. Moving on to metaphors. So same thing. I like to think of it as a stronger simile. A metaphor is not messing around. So instead of saying we ran like the wind, you would say, or instead of saying it's as hot as the sun outside, you would walk outside and be like, oh my goodness, it's the sun. I'm on the surface of the sun, right? And so that's whenever you say life is a winding road, my heart was a stone. You're making sure that it is comparing life, like life is being compared to a winding road. And then you are making sure that you don't say like or as. So it's just a little stronger. Alliteration is like Sally sells seashells by the seashore. So writing a chain of words that all start with the same letter sound. The 7 slippery seals sat in seats, or the lovely little lambs. And so you're going to write 2 metaphors up here, 2 alliterations here. And then we have personification. Personification is one of my favorites. It's when we write about non-human things like they're alive, giving it human abilities or traits. So the flowers begged for water. Ooh, lightning danced across the sky. That's a good one. I always like the clouds were crying tears of rain, right? We know the clouds aren't really crying. So you just give me 2 complete sentences over personification right there. And so here, ooh, that was a lot of scrolling, y'all. Here I have sentences, and then I need you to write down if it's an example of simile, metaphor, alliteration, or personification, right? So the wind growled and roared. We know that that's personification. She's as cold as ice. We know that that's a simile, so we'd come up here, draw your text box, type out the word simile. You don't need to write complete sentences at all. You just need to make sure that you are writing out the correct word. You don't have to change fonts like they did. And that is for all 18 of them. If you get stuck on more than one, you can always hop back on this call and ask for help or message me, and I'll be happy to. It's the same as raising your hand in a live class. So you'll always have access to me and letting me help you. And so here, it's saying, please write the correct example. It says poetic because figurative language is often used in poetry, but you don't have to write a poem. It's not saying that. It's saying like write a metaphor about anger. His anger is a slowly killing poison. Dun, dun, dun. So then you need to write a simile about how cold something is. That like we should be able to do that one because it is literally freezing outside today. And so make sure you use like or as, write about how cold you would be if you went outside, no big deal. Alliteration using the letter L that is 5 words long. That means it could be more than that. It could be 7 words long, but 5 of them have to have the L sound starting. And so we're doing all of those. And then the last page is another identification. Actually, let's delete this last page. I'm not feeling it, guys. So then that is your last page, and then you're at the end. As always, please make sure you do 15 minutes of vocab if you didn't do it at the end of language arts class. We really need to get that in so that Thursday, whenever we do a quiz, we are prepared and can make A's. Let me end this recording.